Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a good Friday. It's July 10th. And today we're going to be talking about the severe weather because the Storm Prediction Center has issued an enhanced risk in areas of the northern plains. So we're going to be talking about that. So I would really appreciate it if you guys would leave a like, or just consider subscribing. But I'm trying to hit probably by the end of this year, I'd like to hit 250. And I'm gonna start posting every day now. I don't know how long we can actually get the streak to go for. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna be able to post every day till the end of the year though, because I have school and coming back in a month. But let's get started. So today we do have an enhanced risk in southern North Dakota, a lot of South Dakota, and a good amount of northern Nebraska there. We also have a slight risk going from eastern Montana, northern North Dakota down to northern Kansas. We have two areas of slights. We have one in Oklahoma. There's a complex right now by Oklahoma City moving south. We have a slight risk down there for that. And we have a slight risk along coastal areas of the northeast due to Tropical Storm Fay, which we're going to talk about at the end of the video. And we have a large marginal risk in this area and another marginal risk in areas of Michigan and northern Ohio. Tornado threat today is a 5% in both of these areas. Wind threat 30% SEG, hail threat 30% SEG also, an enhanced risk. We're going to be talking about this day today. Now let's go ahead and talk about day 2 real quick. We're not going to be looking too far into day 2 today because I don't have a ton of time to do that. But we have a slight risk in southeastern Kansas, southwestern Missouri, northwestern Arkansas, and northeastern Oklahoma for day 2. We have a pretty large marginal risk going all the way up to southwestern Wisconsin. We still have a marginal risk in the northeast due to Tropical Storm Fay. Tornado threat tomorrow is listed 2, wind 15, and hail 15 also. And then on day 3, we just have a marginal risk going from Ohio down to Louisiana and into northern Alabama, northwestern Georgia, a little bit of western North Carolina also. That's on day 3. Let's go ahead and start looking at the models for today. This is at 12Z today. We're going to be looking at the composite reflectivity, what we looked at yesterday. By 15Z, we're not going to. So 15Z is around. We're going to be using Central Time because this is happening in the middle of the country, which isn't Central Time. So 15Z would be around. I think that's 11 a.m. No, it would be 11 a.m. We do have some spotty storms in southwestern North Dakota, but nothing looking severe. This one right here could, if that does happen, it probably would be severe. It might be severe, but really nothing big. By 18Z, we start to see some storms fire up. This is around 1 p.m. We start to see in South Dakota, we already have some storms going off. And then this is 21Z. This is when it starts to get bad. So 21Z, this is around, I think, 4 p.m. We have a big complex of storms in central South Dakota right there. That's a pretty big supercell right there. We kind of see. Remember, it looks like we have a cold front right here. We have a cold front right there, a warm front here. So that's kind of our setup. I'll draw that for you guys so you guys can see it better. Cold front, and then warm front. That's kind of what we have setting up here. So this is our warm sector. So we have the. You can see we already have some storms trying to go off in eastern Montana. And then by 00 7 p.m. now, we have a storm in the western North Dakota. Okay, so we have some storms in western North Dakota. Maybe moving into northern Nebraska also. And then by 03Z, it kind of weakened. Or it kind of turns more linear, like a line, as it goes into central North Dakota and northern Nebraska. But we might have saw some supercells going on in Nebraska. It looks like we have 2 supercells right there. And by 06, you can see it kind of calms down. The storms in Nebraska kind of fall apart, but they're still there. Probably just a wind threat down there. This is around midnight to 1 a.m. And we still have that storm on this. It looks like we might have but just from looking at this composite reflectivity, it looks like we probably have a low right there. We have a cold front right there and a warm front out like that. So we can still see we have some storms going on in North Dakota on the cold front. So today will be kind of interesting. Now let's take some soundings for today. Let's take one for western North Dakota in front of these storms. Now this is a NAM 3 kilometer mile, so it might be contaminated. Alright, this is slightly contaminated. We do have okay Cape 1,412. That's why I don't think the severe threat's going to be that big in like northern North Dakota. We could see some damaging winds, but that's about it. Cape is pretty low up there. It's not even in the warm sector. Dew point 58. Possible hazard type is severe. Shear. Directional shear is not bad, but the shear is it's just not the best. And Cape parcels. That's kind of a weird sounding. Trying to take some soundings in front of that little supercell, right? That big kind of giant supercell. All right, that's a Tor sounding. We got some slight capping. It's slightly contaminated, but we can probably still use it. It's not extremely contaminated. Oh my God! Surface 3 kilometers, shear 66 knots. That HODA looks okay. That HODA looks pretty good though. So that could be an issue. I'd say the SPC they might have they could put in a 10% risk for tornadoes and upgrade it from 5%. I don't know if they're going to do that, but I think they have a good possibility of with that sounding I just got. So let's see up here. Severe sounding, all right. Not bad. But let's start to look at some of the ingredients here. We're not going to go too in depth today. We're going to be looking at some stuff. Let's look at bulk shear today. It's kind of important for tornadoes. So we have 0 to kilometer bulk shear. Okay, let's get that ad away in a second. Yeah, pivotal weather is like very slow. Whenever I try to do this. All right, so this afternoon we have a pretty big slot of bulk shear coming in. We have look at this bulk shear of almost 100 knots right there in northern Nebraska. We have some pretty extreme bulk shear today. Not extreme, we have some pretty high bulk shear today, so that could play in the severe weather. Right. Okay, so now we got to get the National Hurricane Center's website up. All right, there we go. So I never did that. We're going to be looking at the Tropical Storm Fay today. 50 mile per hour sustained winds right now. Minimum central pressure of 999 millibars. It's moving north at 10 miles per hour. Let's look at the cone for it. We have it's forecasted to be a tropical storm as it moves its way into Vermont. And then it kind of turns into a depression, and it seems like it's probably going to be post-tropical by the time it leaves America. And we can see the tropical storm force wind fields actually pull it pretty large right now. So areas like New York City, you guys are going to be getting affected by this. You have tropical storm warnings issued for a pretty big amount of area. Taking a look at wind history, we can see it's starting to affect Delaware and southern Maryland, maybe even southern New Jersey now. Also, wind speed probabilities. You can see areas like New York City, you have about a 50% chance of getting tropical storm force winds. Boston, 10 to 20%. Burlington, Vermont, 10 to 20 also. Flash flooding potential. We do have a slight risk for flash flooding. This was issued by the Weather Prediction Center, I think. We have a slight risk for flash flooding across areas of Delaware, Maryland, eastern PA, all of New Jersey, southern New York, Connecticut, western Rhode Island, and in western Massachusetts and Long Island. Yeah, that'll wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing. Like I said, I would really appreciate it. And yes, peace out.